Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be ranking Dead by Daylight survivors. So I'm not going to rank them based on who I like playing, which, okay, to be fair, I'm going to warn you guys right now, Michaela's going to go near the top because she is my main. But we're going to rank them based on teamwork that I see. Now, Fang is another one who might go near the top because my best friend plays her. But other than that, everyone else is going to be based on teamwork that I've seen over my 5 years of playing this game. Now, on that note, though, I have a couple of survivors down here in D rank who I either never see like these skins, like I never see a Jonathan, like maybe 1 in 100 games. It's always a Steve. Um, and then there are a couple others that I wasn't totally sure who they were or if they're just skins of other survivors kind of thing. So, we're gonna start with Dwight. Okay. And we're not gonna use D tier. These are just the ones I'm not ranking is how it's gonna go. So we're just gonna use S through C. But Dwight, I think Dwight is a solid A. It really depends on the player. Meg's honestly kind of a B. Claudette's are an automatic C. They are either helpful or absolutely the worst players I ever go with. Jake's. Jake's are also kind of a B tier, like not really helpful, not really not helpful. Nia's are gonna be an A because again, they it's kind of like the Dwight. They're either incredibly helpful or not helpful at all, but not to the point of like Meg and Claudette and Jake. Lori. Lori is like better than Meg, but not up to Nia. Ace. Ace, ace, ace. I'd say genuinely better than a Nia, not as good as a Dwight. Bill, most of the time, S tier. Like, best teammates I go with. Fang, okay, if it's not my best friend, I'm gonna put it in like high A tier. David's almost always S tier. Quentin's probably like a B tier, unless it's my fiance. Detective Tap. Honestly, kind of a C tier. Kind of hangs out with Claudette. Maybe honestly better than Claudette, but you know what? We're gonna move Meg down. We're gonna move Meg down. Kate. Kate is either great or terrible. Like there's almost no in between. Um, Adam. Honestly, most of the Adams I get are pretty S tier. Like right up there on top of everything. Jeff is another one who's kind of like either great or terrible. Definitely better than Ania. Definitely better than Ace, and probably better than Dwight too. So we'll go with that. Honestly, I'm starting to think, we're gonna move Dwight down. Yeah. Jane. Okay, the Janes I get are almost always amazing. Probably better than Jeff. Ash. I think Ash kind of, I mean, they all depend on the game, but realistically, Ash is decent. I'm trying to think Mia should be down here too. Maybe Quentin goes down here, I'm not gonna lie. I don't see very many Quentins, but when I do, they're kind of not great. Okay, Nancy's are like top of A tier, and Steve's are like almost top of S. Unless they're being jackasses and you're the last one alive with them and they just want you to die so they can escape. But most of the time, it's fine. Yui. I think Yui is one of the better teammates I get. Zara, whatever her name is, kind of. Okay, hang on. Dwight and Jake are both getting moved down too. Maybe a little higher, but because I think you're kind of like right on par with Nia for the most part. Um, Cheryl. Cheryl is some of the, you know what? Actually, I'm putting Cheryl in D. Cheryl is one of the worst teammates I get. Felix. Again, it's kind of a 50-50 on if he's helpful or absolutely. You know what? No, I've had a couple of really good games recently with some Felixes. And you know what? We're gonna move Nancy up. Elodie. I think most of the time, Elodie is decently helpful. It's just not like all the time. Like, I can normally rely on a Nancy or a Fang or a Jane even to be a good teammate like 85% of the time. People like Kate, it's kind of a 50-50. And like Meg and Claudette and well, everyone in C tier, it's kind of like a 25 they're going to be a great teammate, 75 they're going to be a horrible teammate. And by that I mean either not helping with gens or not going for hook saves, just focusing on gens. Not even like they can't loop, because realistically I can't loop and I know it, but things like that. Eugen. I think most of the time you are a decent teammate, at least better than Nia. Jill. Oh, Jills are great for the most part. You can go there because I feel like realistically, Jill isn't amazing. We're gonna rearrange a little bit, and I said we weren't gonna use D tier, so Cheryl can come back up here just at the very end. This is Claire, right? She's the one of the skins for Jill. Um, Now I only left her in here as one of the skins because I do actually see a decent amount of Claire's. Uh, but Claire is not going very high. Like, realistically, Jill is higher than a Claire. Honestly, probably decently higher than a Claire. Maybe Claire actually goes down here. Leon. Okay, Leons are either absolutely amazing or terrible, but it's more like you're almost guaranteed a great Leon. Other Michaelas, I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of horrible unless okay, every once in a while I'll switch off Michaela to play a different character, and they're kind of horrible with the teamwork thing. But if you're playing Michaela, they love you. Absolutely love you. You know what? Well, Michaela can go here. Honestly, Fangs are probably better than Michaela's. Jonah. Jonah is probably one of the worst teammates I get on a regular basis. Maybe not the worst. You know what? Better than a Kate. Uh, is this Yuichi? Is that how you say it? Or I don't know how to say his name. Oh my god, I feel so bad. He came with the Sonico, the ring girl. I don't see very many, but when I do, I feel like it's a decent teammate. Hattie is better than Jonah, better than Lori, better than Nia. Honestly, probably not better. Again, I don't see very many of them. Ada's. Ada's are great until, again, like Steve or most of the characters in S tier, they're great until you were like the last person alive with them, and then they basically turn on you in a freaking heartbeat. Which I understand, I do it too sometimes. So we'll go like top A tier. Rebecca's like almost top S tier. Steve and Leon are tied for first in my mind because they are amazing teammates and I will do anything to keep them alive half the time. Vittorio. I think about 90% of the time they're decent. I'm gonna have to rework some of these lower. The twins, honestly, I mean, they're gonna go together, but they're like decent. They're better than Hattie. They're normally better. I think I have Ash a little too high on this. And Ace. Honestly, I might have Ace too high. Okay. So this is what we're going with currently. Let's, you know what? I'm putting Cheryl back down here. Can I get rid of these? Like, can I take them off? No. And I don't want to reset it. So, Cheryl and Quentin are like D tier. Ignore the rest of them. Pretend they're not there. I'm not ranking them. Honestly, Kate is pretty far down. Claire is better than C tier. Hattie is not. Ash is kind of there, kind of not. Lori honestly belongs down here. These four right here, beyond these two, are like bottom of the list teammates half the time. Kate's, Meg's, even Lori's, and Claudette's can be really good teammates, but 3/4 of the time they are the bottom tier teammates. They only care about getting themselves out. And I understand it, but half the time I'm playing as a team with my best friend, and it's one of us is getting out, or we are going to do everything in our power to keep the last person alive so that they escape. I think Jill might actually be slightly better than Jane. Okay, let's move Jeff down. No, let's leave Jeff up. Okay, let's just rework some of these. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with these 5 being here. I think Detective Tap might move up a little bit. Nia should probably be near the end. I think he needs to move up, which means we can bring Elodie down. So okay. Yes, yes, yes. These two. Maybe Ace needs to move down a little bit. Yes. Honestly, Elodie should probably be more down here. Okay, Jeff. I'm starting to rethink. Maybe Jeff needs to be down here. Maybe that's how we go. Okay. Let's start at the top. Steve, Leon, Rebecca, Bill, David, Nancy, Adam, Fang. Sounds about right. Ada, Michaela, Felix, Jill. Wow, I really struggled there. Renato, Jane, Vittorio, Yui, and Talia, right? Whatever, the twins. That's what I call them because I can never remember their names. Okay, I'm happy with those 2 rows. I think it's Yuichi or Ichi, whatever. Zara, Jeff, Elodie, Claire, Ace, Eugen, Jonah, Nia, Ash, Detective Tap, Hattie, Jake, Dwight, Kate, Lori. Honestly, I might put Lori even a little lower. But yeah, I think this is what we're going with for our poll, not poll, for our ranking. This looks about right for the teammates that I get most of the time and how it works out. And again, I'm not including the people I play with. So like Fang is high up here, but I'm not including that as like my best friend Haley. Her boyfriend plays David, and I mean God, my fiance plays Quentin, and he's a great teammate. But most Quentins that I encounter are horrible teammates. And most Fangs I encounter are pretty great teammates. And again, with David's, most of the time they're pretty great teammates. Honestly, David might need to go a little further down, and Fang should go a little further up. But that is going to end this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. I post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday every single week. And we will be back playing Dead by Daylight very shortly. So don't you guys worry. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!